Hello, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm John.
Every parent's worst sing-along nightmare is back today.
To haunt your dreams.
Just imagine every mom and dad on the road.
Just let it go. Just let it go. Let it go.
I see what you're doing. Listen, kids, I want all the children in the world to follow us. I shouldn't talk to children directly. On the Stardust app. It's free to download, free to use, 30-second reaction reviews, films, TV shows, trailers. There'll probably be one for Frozen 2 as well. John, I challenge you to do a singing Stardust review after we're done.
I'll make it happen.
And he's going to spend 2 hours writing it, composing it. It's going to be a blast.
I take these things quite seriously.
So, you guys follow us there. Yeah, huge Frozen fan. Part of the fandom.
All about it.
Seen it so many times.
All
More
about
than that one time I watched it.
The Olaf adventure is my favorite part of Coco.
Best part of Coco. It was not annoying.
Nope.
Let's do this.
Damn.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's so dark already.
How'd she throw her shoes off that way?
She's gonna go in the water.
But
Cool.
oh, neat. Oh.
Whoa.
Damn.
I have chills. I don't want to say where, but I do have, you know where. If I was Aquaman, I'd say that's badass. Is this gonna be this serious? Wow. Frozen eye.
Ooh. Somebody got their throat slit just then. First person POV.
Yeah. Once it hits the camera lens.
It's a whole gimmick now. They're gonna do like a hardcore Henry thing with Frozen 2.
I know it's a teaser trailer, so I don't suspect this movie will be as serious. It's feeling a little bit more like a Pixar movie meets a little bit of like the tone of How to Train Your Dragon now, more than the prior one did. Yeah, I don't really remember the first. I saw the first one time in the theaters. Had a great time at the time I saw it, and and then I've seen all the marketing for it since then.
Yeah, I've just heard "Let It Go" that many times since then.
Yeah, because IMDb doesn't really give you much to go off of. They haven't really told you like the IMDb. All it says: Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf are going far in the forest to know the truth about an ancient mystery of their kingdom. And the tone of this seems so much more serious and life-threatening in a weird way. Yeah,
it feels like there is a lot at stake here. Yeah,
stakes are happening.
It feels very gripping.
And then you're getting all your returning characters here, which is probably the main thing you'd want to do when doing your teaser trailer as well.
Hey, that's the main bit of information we get is the tone will be slightly different, and all the characters you're used to are back. And hey, here's one character you don't recognize yet because there's that like little girl or whatever who's not either Anna or Elsa.
Right.
So.
Well, the peril certainly looks a lot more felt this time around.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the animation looks insane. Like, every time they come back with a new movie, one of the fun parts is going, wow! I didn't know that computer animation could progress this much, but like the fog at the beginning, the water of the ocean and stuff, the ice shards as they're cracking.
I love that opening sequence. That was so cool.
Yeah, and in a way, I mean, mean, this seems like a calculated measure because I think they know a lot of people kind of got sick of some of the vibes from Frozen, just hearing Let It Go played out so much, getting Olaf played out so much. So this is they gripped me in a way I wasn't expecting. So.
Yeah, because the composed music here, there were none of the sing-along songs, you know.
Yeah, they're just hinting at it. They got
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because the composed music felt like very epic, and I actually like that vibe to it. I don't know how everyone else is going to respond to this, because I mean. For instance, Siege Trailer, so you know there's going to be a lot of the comedy in there. It's probably going to be wacky in the way the first one was also kind of wacky.
Yeah, I mean, the first one has both a light side and a pretty, like, things are getting heavy and intense side. And, you know.
Who that little girl is.
She's a key to the ancient history of their kingdom or something like that.
It was like Lord of the Rings. Especially that final shot.
Yeah.
The final shot looks like when Frodo and Sam are going to go out on at the end of Fellowship of the Ring. See Mount Doom way far ahead of them.
Maybe.
Mordor.
Maybe they're going to borrow from Lord of the Rings a little. Well, because, you know, I'm curious because I feel like the flagship Disney princess movies... I associate sequels to those with being a thing you got many years later straight to video. So now to have this kind of scale where this is clearly a flagship movie for them, but it's the sequel to a very beloved musical that they've made. Like, I'm curious as to what they're going to do with that and how they're going to make it caliber.
Well, yeah. You know? Well, if they're teasing with this first sequence of her going through the water, I'm kind of curious because I felt like from the first one her powers were a little bit unclear in terms of like certain limits or maximum capacity of what she can do sometimes, you know? So, and it looked like she was having a struggle trying to master this, and I'm wondering sort of what she's actually going for here.
They're gonna
and
hone
why
in on
she's
physics.
trying to master it. Yeah, I have no idea what's really happening.
Well, maybe that's the key. Maybe they have to cross the ocean or something, and she's like, "Well, I can theoretically do that." Yeah.
That makes sense. I kind of feel like Disney decided to drop this because of that wonderful reception their Aladdin trailer got.
I would not at all be surprised by that. I feel like they definitely want to change the narrative because, Goro Genie is not getting great responses.
They don't do enough live action. I mean, they're doing plenty of live action adaptations, not doing enough animation.
Don't worry.
Stuff.
In 10 years, Frozen will get a live action adaptation too. I feel like if Frozen had been made 20 years ago, you know, we would have the live action version today.
You know, every once in a while when there's sequels that take a long time to come out, you're like, oh, is it going to do well? Is it really going to do? Especially when you have like spin-offs and a bunch of like marketing crap in between. You know, like the Lego movie, for example, Lego movie 1 and 2. Or you've seen it with Disney before as well. I know Incredibles 2 was a major fleet and a major box office success for Disney Pixar. This, to me, is one of those things where like, yeah, it's been quite a while since the first Frozen movie came out. But I could see it doing better numbers in the first Frozen movie, you know?
Oh, 1,000%. See, to me, this is like an appropriate amount of time to wait. I don't remember exactly when the first Frozen came out. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
10 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of appropriate, partly because it doesn't feel as long because they've bludgeoned us with so much Frozen stuff over time that I don't know, this is getting to the point where I'm finally like, oh, okay, I could probably do this again at full length and not be annoyed by it. Because like I said, I like the first Frozen. It just got so played out for me that I kind of got aggravated over time.
Maybe there'll be messages about global warming, and that's what's going on with the ocean there at the beginning of the movie, you know?
Or maybe maybe this is some kind of crossover, and then they'll have the trench people from Aquaman. You know, maybe that's why it looks so menacing, and maybe together they're going to be like, the humans keep wrecking everything.
I mean, you got to admit, that water looked very real. Yeah.
Oh, the water, the mist through the trees, like the leaves and stuff, just the colors, like the animation is insane.
Well, before we wrap this up, guys, I do want to give a Patron of the Day shout out to a lovely woman who was like the Elsa of our channel.
Definitely, man.
Her name is Victoria Huntley. She's engaged. She has a fiance, and I figure with Valentine's Day, mañana, I wanted to give you a patron of the day shout out today. I hope tomorrow you can go make sweet kisses with your man. I can't get too dirty here because, kids and all that. But please make love with your man hardcore as much as possible.
And by love, I mean holding hands and maybe a kiss on the cheek.
And I found out that they're going to go have some Chinese food because her favorite food is Chinese. She is not Chinese. So I'm glad we got white people out there who are all for diversity, just like this Frozen cast is looking like.
Definitely, all those Scandinavian folks.
And I found out her old name also means victory and conquer, Victoria, and her last name means being a hunter. Just like these chicks in Frozen, you're perfect to shout this out. Love you, Victoria. Guys, you can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell and download and follow us on the Stardust app. Yay!